No time to be soft, built on the rock or buried in the sand. This is no time to be soft in your Christian walk. No time to drift, no time to play. No time to pretend that weak foundations will somehow survive strong storms. We are living in a generation drowning in noise. Opinions everywhere. Technology accelerating everything. Even within the church, truth is being softened so it won't offend. But Christ did not die to create fragile believers. He saves people and roots them. Jesus ends the Sermon on the Mount with a warning that cuts through every excuse. Matthew 7, verses 24 and 27. Everyone then who hears these words of mine and does them will be like a wise man who built his house on the rock. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat on that house. But it did not fall, because it had been founded on the rock. And everyone who hears these words of mine and does not do them will be like a foolish man who built his house on the sand. And the rain fell, and the floods came, and the winds blew and beat against that house, and it fell, and great was the fall of it. 2 people hear, 2 people build. Both houses stand until the storm hits. The difference is not the weather. The difference is the foundation. Storms are not optional. Pressure is not theoretical. And sincerity will not hold a collapsing house together. Hearing truth does not equal standing on truth. There are many who listen, many who agree, many who nod their heads. But Jesus makes it clear in Matthew 7, verse 26, that hearing without obedience is foolishness. James does not soften it either. James 1, verses 22 and 25. Truth that is not obeyed does not strengthen, it hardens. It produces familiarity without submission. This is where Christianity becomes soft, when knowledge replaces obedience, when agreement replaces repentance, when exposure replaces transformation. 2. Sinking sand feels safe until it swallows you. Sand is deceptive. It feels firm, it looks stable. It only shifts when weight is applied. That is why Jesus uses it as the picture of self-deception. Matthew 7, verse 26. Sinking sand today looks like a faith built on emotion, a Jesus who never confronts, theology adjusted to avoid discomfort, obedience delayed until it feels easier. Paul warns about this instability in Ephesians 4, verse 14. When doctrine is light, people are easily moved. When convictions are thin, compromise feels reasonable. 3. The rock is not experience, it is obedience. The rock is not passion. The rock is not church involvement. The rock is not spiritual language. The rock is hearing Christ's words and doing them. Matthew 7, verse 24. Jesus draws the line plainly in John 14, verse 15. Love is not proven by intensity, it is proven by obedience. Not perfection, but submission. Paul tells Timothy to remain grounded in the Scriptures because they alone shape, correct, and anchor the life. 2 Timothy 3, verses 14 and 17. Strong Christians are formed, not entertained. 4. Soft theology creates weak endurance. Weak doctrine produces fragile believers. Clear truth produces steady ones. Hebrews 5, verses 12 and 14 speaks of immaturity, believers unable to handle solid food. Comfort-driven faith cannot endure confrontation, suffering, or loss. Hebrews 12, verse 11 reminds us that discipline is painful, but it produces something softness never will: righteousness. God is not trying to make you comfortable. He is making you unmovable. 5. The storm reveals, it does not create. The storm does not destroy the house. The foundation does. Matthew 7, verse 27. When pressure comes, temptation, fear, suffering, cultural hostility, what you built on is exposed. Paul warns in 1 Corinthians 3, verses 11 and 15 that everything will be tested. This is not about fear. This is about readiness. This is about eternal weight. 6. Stand while everything else shakes. God commands his people to stand firm. Stay alert and be strong. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 13. Stability is rare and therefore powerful. Psalm 1 shows the contrast, rooted fruitfulness versus weightless chaff. One stands, one is driven away. This is no time to be soft. This is no time to compromise. This is no time to build on sinking sand. Christ is the rock, his word is final. Stand there and do not move.